I think birth is very sexual. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've got my special guest here today, Mr. Matisse. I'm sure you recognize him. He's definitely done some cameos. Yeah, you might know him from some of my videos. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and like and share this video. Woohoo! I feel like there's a lot of really like traumatic postpartum sex stories that involve a lot of...
I haven't heard a lot.
Really? Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like it's important to share. But I definitely went through some trauma in my first birth with Safia being in the hospital. And I definitely felt the effects of that postpartum after having her. I think a lot of it was just like that first initiation into motherhood and just like going through this shock of like always caring for someone else and not feeling like I could really care for myself and just feeling like so touched out by always having a baby breastfeeding on me. That's like from going from just like my matron self of always having my own body, which was just for me and for you, and then to transition into like having a baby breastfeeding on me like almost 24/7 was just like such a massive shift and adjustment. And I just felt like not super empowered by my birth, and I didn't feel super sexual. I was like really adjusting to my body. I had torn during that birth and then I had stitches. We very much were like following that 6-week rule around like when we could start having sex again, even though I don't think we actually did. I think we did it sooner than that, but give me like a little bit of a backstory here. I just remember being like so touched out and so tired from like having a new baby that I just didn't feel like it was, I didn't feel like super sexual in myself. And then eventually it just took some time. And then we, it takes time. Like it took like more than a year, I would say, for me to like fully feel like I was really ready to like start having sex again and start having like a sex drive. I felt like I was like just like a cow, just like breastfeeding 24/7 and adjusting to this new reality, which I thought my life was going to be like the newborn phase forever. But then like after postpartum, after having the twins, was like completely different experience. Okay, so this is like a question that I feel like people always ask and it's specifically geared towards men, is they're like, okay, after you've seen your, wife or baby mama have your babies, are you like, do you see their vaginas in a different way where it's like not sexual anymore?
No, I mean, for me, I definitely, it turns me on more. Like it's like she gave birth to like our babies. Like it's very special, and that's part of sex. There's like obviously like a break where you have to not have sex just because of recovery, like you're healing. Like yeah, it's a big thing. Like you had a baby come out of you, and in our case 2 babies. So yeah, it's nothing to rush. It takes time.
I think birth is very sexual
because it literally is because of sex.
Exactly. Like, and like the things that...
You're literally pregnant because of like sex.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And so the things that got me pregnant in the first place were the things that got the baby out of me, which was like your love and like being there for me and support and like your unconditional love and just like the energy. We like for my birth we had like, the Himalayan crystal salt lamp and the candles and the calm music. So it's a very like sensual environment for me to relax and feel love and supported. And so I felt like after my birth with the twins, I felt like very open and like sexual and ready to like jump back into it right away. I also think some of it was because I had gone through this previous experience, so I already knew more or less what to expect postpartum in terms of like my time and caring for other people and other little humans. So that I feel like my expectations were different, but I also just felt like so ready to start exploring having sex again. It was like like you said, it was probably around like 3 weeks. I felt like ready to start doing it again. I felt so like sort of like aroused by the birth that we had, and I didn't have any tearing at all with the twins, and so I actually wasn't in that much pain in the same way that I was with my first birth, because I really like had a really slow, beautiful birth. I allowed my body to like open and for the babies to come out naturally, and it was a true physiological birth, and I think that allowed for my healing to be substantially faster.
And I think that's like what we've learned so much from home birthing and everything, is like all these things matter so much. In hospital births, it's all about like just in the moment how it's going to be like safer for the doctors and the baby and whatnot, and you know, all those things. But those things kind of can mess up or like create longer lasting issues with sex or with, you know, postpartum in general, which encapsulates all of it, because it's either been rushed or pulled, or it's like they create an emergency or whatever. And the physiological birth, it's just like there's obviously risks. There's risks in all
everything
birth,
in life.
But in our case, like from our experience, allowing that long birth to happen and the babies to come physiologically when they were ready and everything has benefited our postpartum experience greatly. And this is just one subject where it totally makes sense, right?
People are always like, oh, are you back to normal yet? Like, is your body back to normal? Are you like, have you bounced back? Like, as a society and our culture is so obsessed with that. And it's like, I've opened up this portal from like giving birth, and I'm completely different now. And the first time around with Safi, I kind of felt like lost in that, but then the second time around, when I saw it as like this beautiful thing, I'm like this new woman. I'm not who I was before.
That's the thing. Like I said, it was like, yes, like you opened up, and then now it's back to how it was. Like I said that, but it is different. It's just a different energy. It's a different, like she said, she's like a whole different woman from it. So it's not really comparable either.
No,
from what it was before and now and before Safi and whatever, like it's completely different, but in all the best ways, right?
It's really like a really magical thing, and it definitely deserves a lot of like honor, and you know, we definitely like went slow and took our time, and even now that it's like I'm 16, almost 17 months postpartum, you know, we're still like taking it, it's you know, it's still a healing, and we're still, I mean, sometimes taking it slow, and just always like communicating about what feels right. But I definitely feel really like empowered in my body now, and I feel very confident. Like my body has changed a lot, and so I feel like that was definitely like an insecurity that I, you know, had to like get over right after having the twins, for sure. And I still feel that way because it just does look so different. So but
like luckily we love each other on so many,
we've seen each other like on our like, worst and our best,
we're
and
very like sexually compatible too, and
totally.
So
and
it's like, and you can, I mean, you did that video of postpartum body, and so if you want to watch that, you can see like in more detail what that means to Caitlin. But
that
to us, it's like, to me, it's like the way her body's changed and everything like literally turns me on more, because like we've built this together. I've seen her go through this. Like it's so powerful, it's so beautiful, and like I don't know how other guys are like turned off by it or whatever.
It's like, okay, no, like this body carried 3 beautiful girls, and I birthed them with my body and grew them, and I'm raising them with my body, and nurturing them and feeding them, and all of these things, and having like just like total respect for my body. My body is pretty freaking awesome, and I can like express that, and I don't have to hide it. And yeah, it's just been definitely like, it feels so different. Like I actually feel like sex has felt better after having the twins. In a lot of ways, like I feel like I really did open up this portal of like, I feel so much more connected to like just, I don't know, that sexual energy now. Another thing is like, I know that when women get out of the hospital, there's like the 6-week rule in terms of like when you should start having sex again or when you can start having sex again. And like really listen to that, because it might be sooner for you like it was for me, or it might be later. It could be like months or years or however long like it takes for you to really feel ready. Like really honor and listen to that. And yeah, just listen to your body, listen to you, and listen to what feels right, and don't listen to just some like blanket one size fits all statement, because it might not be right for you. I'm thirsty.
Yeah. Let us
know. That
was
such bad timing.
Let us know.
Thanks so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And thanks so much for being in this week's video. Matisse, I love you, baby. Ciao for now.